Hello and welcome, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Sorry, just needed to shut something off. I'm so happy, I'm excited to be here tonight, and I'm so happy that you could also make it to be here with me live for this presentation on essential oils, how they can support us in wintertime and in autumn, of course. I know we have some guests from the US. I know we have some guests, sorry, I need to tell off my phone. I know we have some guests from Portugal, we have some guests from Slovakia, we have some guests from the UK. So I'm very excited. It's a very international webinar here. And I hope wherever you are that you're fine. And yeah, let's just start. Let's see. Let's see. In case something goes wrong with the presentation, in case you lose the sound or you lose the picture, you lose me altogether, most of the time it helps if you just log out and come back in. That's usually the trick. If it doesn't work, please tell me in the chat. I'm going to have a look at the chat every now and then just to make sure everything is all right and that you're all with me and with us and everything with the internet works. Usually it works, but sometimes it doesn't. So if it doesn't, please just tell me. Also, it's very exciting for me to do this all in English. It's my first webinar, all on my own in English. And I lived for some months in America when I was a child, I think when I was 13 and 14 years old. And I was really good back then, but it's kind of a long time ago. So in case I need to find some words or in case I don't remember some words, please be compassionate. Please don't be too hard on me. I promise I'm going to improve. And whenever I use some word combination you don't understand, maybe it's some kind of Western US slang, or maybe it doesn't even exist, please tell me so that I can clarify myself. Hello, Anna. Hello, Gabriela. Hello, everybody else who didn't say hello in the chat yet. We're going to start the presentation now. So, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you. Yeah, I think that's right. But what I can do, okay. So, you should have the presentation by now. It's always, it always takes a few seconds for you to get what I'm doing here. So it's kind of funny. Welcome to this webinar, Enjoy Wellness Instead of Stress in Wintertime, with essential oils which can make a real difference. I chose this picture you see here on this presentation because that's the way I love to be and feel in autumn. I don't like the stressy part. I'm not sure what kind of job you have, but all the jobs I had so far, and also in school and also in university, always autumn was the time when everything started again, when everything got busy again. And usually there's not so much time to actually enjoy all the beautiful colors, all the beautiful sunshine, and sometimes the rain, of course, also, which autumn brings with it. The golden touch of autumn. It's a collection of essential oils which Gary specially made for autumn and winter time. It consists of these 6 oils, and I also added some bonuses and some extras in the end. Yeah, let's just go and jump ahead. Your webinar host, that's me, of course. It's Ayla. We probably know each other from some fair or from some workshops. And if we don't know each other, I hope you can make it this weekend to Berlin when Gary actually comes to Europe to speak and lecture. And if you cannot come and if you cannot make it, I hope, and if we didn't meet so far, I really hope we'll do so very soon. Our first oil is thieves. So of course, there's many dozens of single essential oils, also with Young Living. Just in case you're very new with Young Living, there's all these single oils, but in the Golden Touch set, we have a compilation of blends. Blends were formulated by the genius essential oil blend maker Gary Young, especially for these times to support our body systems, to support our body, but also our emotions, for the dark times of the year. This Thieves Essential Oil blend is based on research on 4 thieves who protected themselves with rosemary, clove, and other aromatic plants from the plague in the Middle Ages, while robbing the sick and the dead. They were very clever, and of course, because of their profession of trading and working with all the spices and on all the oils, they knew what they were doing. They knew all the properties of all the oils and spices, and they made a blend which protected them. You can actually go and see the pictures and the recipes of these thieves in London in the library of the some kind of museum. I think it's the Historical Museum, but I'm not really sure right now. Sorry. But I have a friend, and she actually went there and saw it. And she also saw their masks and where they put the oils so that they wouldn't breathe the contaminated air, but had the essential oils, which were in this thieves blend to purify the air before they actually breathed them in. Thieves contains the essential oils of clove, rosemary, Eucalyptus radiata, cinnamon, and lemon. So it's almost the exact blend the thieves in the old days actually used to protect themselves. Thieves helps us to balance our system also in cold and rainy times and can give us a feeling of warmth. Because of the cinnamon, because of the clove, they're kind of hot oils and they kind of give a nice and warm feeling. Thieves in Young Living, we don't just have the thieves oil, but also, like you can see here, lots of other really nice things. As this is not a webinar to actually speak on all of these, but I just wanted to mention them so you actually know, and if you're curious, you can just order them, get them, and play with them. What are my favorite uses for thieves? Diffuse it in sleeping room for protection and strength during nighttime. That's especially true if you feel your immune system a little bit weakened, if you have maybe a stressful time, and if you just feel like you want to strengthen your health. What's also really nice is if you do a hand inhalation whenever you feel like it. So best thing for this would be just to have a bottle of thieves wherever you go, and whenever you feel it's maybe getting cold, you're getting a little bit weak, you just don't feel so good, just take a drop in your hand, rub them 3 times clockwise, and bring them before your nose and just take a minute, take a few deep breaths with thieves. Another really nice thing to do is to dilute it with V6 or any other massage oil you might have at home, and rub it on your chest. I also love to rub it on my feet just to get the legs, of course, especially after skiing or after being really in the snow or cold rain. That's a very nice thing to do. And of course, enjoy in a warm foot bath with some salt or some magnesium or something else really nice to relax yourself in the evening. The only thing which can happen with thieves is that it could really actually burn if you have sensitive skin. And to prevent that, just have some V6 or have some other vegetable oil close to you. And whenever it starts burning on your skin, it's a skin reaction, but it's not actually harmful. It's just not so comfortable. And if this happens, just apply some of the vegetable oil. It could be some coconut oil, it could be some olive oil, whatever you have. And dilute it, put it over it, and you'll see It takes maybe one, maybe at least 2 minutes until the burning will stop. Our second blend, that's JuvaFlex. Whenever you see something with Juva, you know it's something good for the liver. JuvaFlex is a combination of oils with support function for the liver, the digestive tract, and lymph system. And you can actually find scientific studies on how and why they're doing that. This blend promotes also general cellular functions. A really good match for JuvaFlex would be Endoflex. It's the 2 flex oils we have in the Golden Touch set, and of course the Thieves. These 3 make a really powerful and really nice combination. The fragrance of JuvaFlex helps us to release anger and worry, which are stored in the liver. TCM, that's a traditional Chinese medicine. They believe that every emotion and every bad thought even is stored someplace in the body. And with anger, for example, it would be the liver. And the JuvaFlex can help releasing some of these negative energies which can accumulate around the liver, and so help to support and strengthen the liver again. TCM also says that if the liver is strengthened, activated, and cared for, she not only releases negative emotions, but also toxins from the body. I'm sure you know that the liver is one of our main organs. She has more than 5,000 functions in the body. It's amazing what she does. And it's just really good to do something nice for her, especially when all the stress from your job or the outer world adds to the negative emotion you might have anyway. What do we have in JuvaFlex? JuvaFlex is a blend which contains fennel, geranium, rosemary, Roman chamomile, blue tansy, helichrysum, and as a carrier oil, it contains sesame oil. Essential oils, which are therapeutic grade, which we have with the Young Living oils, usually don't have any fatty molecules. That's why they don't. You can apply it on your clothes. You can just put them everywhere, and there's not going to be any. Okay, now I'm missing the word. Like, it's not going to do any harm. But with the JuvaFlex, you need to be careful because of the sesame oil. JuvaFlex also is slightly blue. So if you see the JuvaFlex oil, it has a slightly blue color. That's not because it's colored, but it's because the blue tansy and also the Roman chamomile, both of them are deep blue essential oils. And of course, they color the whole blend. What are the favorite uses for JuvaFlex? I personally love to apply it on the liver. I do that sometimes several times a day. It's just very nice to do that. Apply on spine, and what's really nice is to actually add a warm compress. So warm compress, you just take a towel, you put it into warm water, and you just apply it on top of the oil. Whenever you add warmth and water on essential oils, they actually increase, they get strengthened, they can work even better. It goes directly through the skin. They can get very intense, actually. So whenever you want to intensify an oil, just put some water, put some warmth to it. You can also use the JuvaFlex in a raindrop technique, in case you've already learned this wonderful massage technique with essential oils. And of course, massage the VitaFlex points. You can get any VitaFlex points charged in the internet or wherever, and just have a look where are the liver or the kidney points on the feet, or maybe even on the hands or on the ears, and just take some oil and rub it on this point and massage it very gently. For some minutes. Our next blend would be Endoflex. The essential oils in Endoflex promote general life, energy, and vitality. I'm sorry, there's a German word which skipped my attention. Mischung, that's just blend. What do we have in Endoflex? Endoflex contains spearmint, the German chamomile, the myrtle, geranium, sage, and nutmeg. So you can see, even though it's also a flax oil, it's a completely different fragrance. It's very fresh fragrance, especially the nutmeg, the myrtle, and the spearmint. They combine, they're very sweet and very, very fresh. Endoflex helps us to get into balance, especially if the hormones play crazy. As you know, we have lots of toxic and not very healthy things in our water, in the air we breathe, in the foods we eat, and all these stuff, I like to call it stuff, they really mess our body up, they get it out of balance. And Endoflex, with its very refreshing and balanced smell, can help to get us back into this balance. It can help to calm the emotions and the hormones, which may play crazy sometimes. Favorite uses for Endoflex would be to apply it on the throat. It's a very gentle oil, so it's not hot, it's not burning. So you can just apply it on your neck, on your throat. It feels fantastic to put Endoflex on a reflex point on the feet and just massage it a little bit. You can do a warm bath with Dead Sea salt, honey, and olive oil, for example. Maybe have even some candles, some nice music, and just make yourself a nice and enjoyable evening, letting go of some stress you maybe had during the day. Gordon, thank you. My good friend Gordon, he's helping me with my English. So reflexology. Okay, I'm going to correct that. Yeah. Thank you, Gordon. That's really awesome. Our next oil blend is Melrose. That's my absolute favorite. I could just keep on talking for the rest of the hour about Melrose. Melrose protects and strengthens the skin, but not only the skin, everything. Really, really everything. When diffused, it can remove bad odor. So if it stinks, if it has a bad smell somewhere, if your spouse was smoking or was out and brings all the bad air from the clubs, just diffuse some Melrose. When diffused, it can remove bad odor, and it can also calm the body and the mind. It's very calming and a very soothing and relaxing oil blend. It helps to let go of negative emotions and energies. It helps the body to heal on all levels, especially impatience, irritation, and it helps to accept the situation how it is. Most of the pain, most of the stress we have in our lives is because we want to achieve something. We cannot just accept whatever it is, but we want to change it, we want to fight it. And Melrose can help us to come into this place to just allowing, letting go with the flow, and save lots of energy and lots of time and lots of nerves, lots of everything, and just go with the flow, just follow life and allow yourself to blossom the way you are. Basically, the idea is that a tulip would never try to become a rose. A rose would never try to become a lily. A rose is a rose, a tulip is a tulip, and they're just happy the way it is. And that's the same with us humans. Everybody is an own individuality, everybody is an own self, which wants to express itself. And Melrose can help us with just letting go and just let it be, and not try to be somebody, live to some other, up to some expectation of other people or something like that. Melrose also helps with self-reflection. It helps us to pause, find the cause for hurt and trauma, and in doing so helps us to heal. What oils do we have in Melrose? Melrose is a blend which contains tea tree, niaouli, rosemary, and clove. So it's a very herby, very kind of tree oil. It's not easy to describe. I think you just need to smell it yourself and just enjoy it. It's not something I could explain to you here, unfortunately. I'm actually looking forward really, really much for the webinar technique, which allows to get smell through the slides so that you can actually smell what I'm talking about. But technology is not that far advanced, unfortunately, right now. Some of my favorite uses for Melrose, I love to apply it behind my ears. I love to put a drop in my shampoo because it's really, really beneficial for the scalp and for hair. I love to put it on small cuts and skin irritations. Whenever I had, I was cooking some dishes with maybe some kind of hard vegetables like, let me think, pumpkin or potato, when I scratched myself a little bit, just put some Melrose on there and it'll be okay immediately. I love to have it in my diffuser. It's very cleansing and refreshing. And I like to use it with shea butter or coconut oil for skincare. There's a special tip I want to give you with Melrose, and that's for a foot bath. Foot baths are very beneficial. They're very nice. And Melrose also helps to make the feet really beautiful, really smooth, and just really healthy. For this, you need 1 cup of lemon juice, 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, 1/4 cupful of fat milk. That means just the normal milk, no milk with no fat. Yeah. 3 drops of Melrose. Actually, I usually use more, but if you start with that, just maybe start with 3 drops. And then take some magnesium or the sea salt to round it up, and just take your 20 minutes and just enjoy the smell, enjoy the warmth, enjoy the whole experience. When I was small, when I was a child, I grew up in the middle of the high Swiss mountains. My mom always used to do us these foot baths. I'm not sure what the plural of this is. Sorry for that. For everything, when she saw we catch the cold, when she saw we were stressed from school, when she saw we came back from a big hike, she always prepared us a foot bath, and then she had us drink a cup of tea, and then soon everything would be fine and all right again. Now in the modern days, in cities, I don't experience this anymore. I hardly actually know anybody who actually does foot bath any longer. And that's very sad, I think, because it's a very simple and a very, very effective way to just give yourself some wellness and some health treatment. So please try it. Please make your foot bath. Of course, you can use any oils you like. You can use all of the oils of the Golden Touch kit also. And yeah, I'm very curious. Please tell me if you did, especially if you're one of the people who maybe have never ever done a foot bath. I'm very curious on how it felt and how it went. Philip, great, cool, very good. Our next blend is Digeice. Digeice, like the name already suggests, if you read it carefully for yourself, is an essential oil blend which is very beneficial for the digestive tract. Why? Because all the oils we have in Digeice are very old and very well known for just giving some well-being to the digestive tract in the body. Yeah. It contains tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. It's a very sweet oil. For all the guys who are here attending from America, in America it's allowed to actually take essential oils internally. You can eat them, you can drink them, and Digeice also, of course, they're 2 oil blends which are very, very tasty and very, very, very good. In Europe, unfortunately, it's not allowed. We have a little more strict rules here. So just do it whenever you travel out of the country. Daijiai supports the digestive tract, and it helps finding its balance again. Yeah, of course, balances and brings relief after engorgement. But what Daijiai does, it's not just helping the digestive process on the physical level, but also on the emotional level. If you have some trauma, if you have something which you need to kind of digest, Daijiai will help you. Some of my favorite uses of Daijiai are just apply and massage my belly, and especially the area around my navel with it. That's just so good. Daijiai is one of the very gentle oils you can also use on children. You can, if you have essential oils which are therapeutic grade, like they are with Young Living, you can actually use them with children and even with animals. And especially Daijiai is a very gentle oil, and you can use it even on babies when they have their belly issues. For children, for small children, for babies, please never use them undiluted, always diluted with some other oil, with maybe the V6 from Young Living, maybe with some coconut oil, maybe with some olive oil, whatever you have at home. A very nice area to apply it is between the index finger and the thumb. Just massage it. That's very, very good. It's even good to do that without oil, but it's even working better if you have the oil. Apply on the soles of your feet, maybe even give your feet a small massage. And best part, an absolute favorite of mine, get a massage of a family member or friend. I actually have some friends, and when we meet, we don't usually watch TV or movies anymore, but we massage each other with oils. We get our oils, and then we see, okay, what's going to happen today? And maybe it's a foot massage, maybe it's a hand massage, maybe it's a scalp massage. It's beautiful things which are possible with the oils. Our next blend is Raven. Raven comes from Ravensara. It's a healing plant. It's a very strong healing plant from Madagascar. And because it's in there, its name is Raven. It's a very special blend. It's bracing, invigorating, and calming. That's why it's really, really good to have it in your diffuser and apply it on your chest. Ramen is especially good to diffuse during the night. And if you don't have a diffuser, or if you just want to have it more and stronger, you can even put a few drops on your pillow. The special tip here is to add a few drops in your bath. And if you don't have a bath, if you cannot take a bath, just take it in the shower. If you shower, just apply it on your body, just rub it everywhere, and water is never going to wash away any essential oils because they don't connect with water. So if you use water and essential oils, it'll go even deeper into your body, into your skin. So if you apply it on your skin and you go into the shower afterwards, it's going to be very intense and very, very nice. Combine Raven with Sieves or RC. Strengthening and energizing for the mind. So if you want, or if you need to have a very energized and strong mind, that's a very, very good and secret tip. And it helps to express yourself better in this world, in letting go of sadness and unhappiness. Raven is a really nice oil for people who hold on to rejection, sadness, and grief. Most of the stress, most of the discomfort we actually enjoy, or maybe not really enjoy, but experience in life, is because we won't let go. We don't actually want to let go. We hold on to the sadness, the rejection, the grief, the unhappiness, and we're not allowing happiness to come back to us. So Ramen is there to help us to letting go of these things. Raven is a blend, and it consists of ravensara, the lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and Eucalyptus radiata. You can see it's a very fresh, a very refreshing, and very cleansing and clearing oil blend. Some of my favorite uses for Raven. I really like to make myself a chest ointment. Just take half a cup of coconut oil, about 40 drops of Raven, about 10 drops of Eucalyptus radiata. Melt the coconut oil with low heat. Preferably just make it in a water bath. So you take a pan, you fill it with water, you cook the water, and then you put another bowl or something with the coconut oil in the water, so to avoid the direct heat. And melt it, just melt it, don't heat it, but just melt it. And then add the essential oils and stir in a glass. And just whenever you desire, apply to your chest. It's heavenly. I mean, it's really nice. Especially now in winter, but like here in Hamburg, we have some strong storms, some strong and cold wind, especially now in autumn, and especially it's coming in winter time. So this is very nice to warm, to protect, against this cold wind and weather. Very nice wellness bath recipe would be just mix 10 drops of Raven essential oil with some magnesium or Dead Sea salt and relax and enjoy. And of course, have it in your diffuser, alternate with RC. RC is our next essential oil blend. It's very comforting and appeasing. RC is short for respiratory system, so that should tell you everything about the oil. Apply it on the soles of the feet, apply it on your chest, rub it wherever it feels like, you feel like. For optimal fortification in wintertime, use or make a warm compress on your lungs. RC is very inspirational, it's very uplifting and energizing for the mind. It opens the area of the solar plexus and the heart. So it's a very, very uplifting oil, really. It helps us to express ourselves better in dissolving mucus from the lung area, not just on a physical level, but also on a mental and on an emotional level. RC brings joy and hope, and for people who carry sadness in the lungs and heart. Many people who cannot really breathe, to have difficulty breathing, not all of them, but sometimes, the cause is some emotional sadness, some emotional grief, which presses on an emotional level, presses the lungs so they cannot really breathe again. Yeah. So when you feel you have difficulty breathing, or if you have someone in your family, maybe let them smell an RC and see, maybe it helps to get some relief and some, better and deep air breath. Eucalyptus RC consists of Eucalyptus globulus, Eucalyptus radiata, and Eucalyptus citriodora. Now, the Eucalyptus citriodora is a very, very interesting oil. It helps with shadow work. So in case you're one of the people who work with shadows, who are maybe working on their own shadows, or maybe helping other people working with their shadows, RC is a very good oil for that, because it contains the Eucalyptus citriodora. It also has the myrtle, the pine, the peppermint, lavender, marjoram, and the cypress. So it's a very rich and it's just a fantastic oil blend. Favorite uses for RC: diffuse, alternate with Raven. RC and Raven, they're like twins, so it's very good to actually alternate them. For inspiration and clarification. Enjoy a pleasant RC shower. Use with a warm compress, and mix with copaiba and balsam for a warming and soothing bath, especially if you have pain on an emotional level or even on a physical level. That's a really, really nice blend with copaiba and the balsam fir. Thanks, Gordon. That's so sweet. Yeah, I hope you can understand everything I'm trying to say here. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate and type into the chat so I can answer your question. So that was the Golden Touch kit with these 6 wonderful, 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 wonderful oils. I really hope you get the chance, if you don't already have them, to just get them and play with them. It's one of the best things I find personally to have and to play with, and they're just so wonderful. They're just, yeah, it's actually hard to find words, I must say. I guess you just need to try it. The thing with the good things in life is you never know how good they really are until you try them, because when you're like before you had them, you never know how good it actually could be in life. And so with me, it's often like that. I don't want to try something new. I don't want to do something because I think, oh, I'm happy. I'm kind of healthy. It's kind of good. But then if somebody kind of kicks me and say, okay, it's go on, Isla, just do it. And I actually do it. And then I just find out, oh my God, it's so much better like that. It just improves my life so much. And then I'm so happy that I actually tried it, because I could never imagine how life could be, how good it can be, because I never experienced it. Sorry. So I really encourage you just to go ahead. If you like the ideas, if you like smells, if you like essential oils, if you like plants, if you like to feel good and just do something good for yourself, just go ahead and try it. You cannot really lose. Yeah, you can't. Now we're coming to the second part of tonight. And one thing which is neglected from many people, but which is actually very important, it's food. Yeah, you are what you eat, basically. I have a very good friend, I'm not sure if he's on tonight, Benjamin from London. And he educates me very well, I must say, on this topic. And he always says, Ayla, just be careful. Just become, you are what you eat. And of course, he's right. And when we eat foods which are not rich in vitamins, in minerals, in everything they should have, we also kind of get lesser people. We have less energy. We have less capacities. We get the lesser part of what we could actually be, because we're eating the food which is less, which it could actually be. Many people still question the importance of taking supplements at all, and I was one of them until just a few months ago. And these are the reasons I found why, some of the reasons, there are of course more, which I think everybody should at least consider it, just for their own well-being. One of the biggest problems today is the current commercial agriculture techniques, which leave the soil deficient in important minerals, which is causing the food grown in the soil to share the same mineral deficiencies, and which even poisons most of the ground and most of the food we eat basically today. Many foods are shipped long distances and are stored for long periods of time, both of which cause the depletion of vitamins in these foods, including the important B complex and C vitamins, of course. Food processing, cooking, and preserving leads to nutrition depletion in our food supply and makes it difficult to obtain adequate nutrition from foods alone. Many fruits and vegetables are genetically bred to improve visual appeal and crop fields, not nutritional value, which frequently result in lesser nutritional values than our ancestors' food supply. I'm sure you noticed that by today, usually if you go in a supermarket, all the apples have about the same size, same color. All the cucumbers have about the same length, same, yeah, they just look the same. And that's not actually how it is or was when they were actually natural, of course. Also, the way we eat, erratic eating habits, insufficient chewing of food, eating on the run, and stress contribute to poor digestion, making it difficult for our bodies to extract all the nutrition it needs from food. Also, of course, we lack enzymes. So there's many things going wrong with us taking in food and nutrition. If we manage to actually have all the nutrition our body really needs, if we manage to guide and lead and control our thoughts and just have them go positive, if we manage to just fill ourselves with all this positive energy, we're not getting sick, we're being healthy, we're actually being able to live to the highest potential of our lives. We can become the person we were meant to be. Because that's not actually so easy nowadays, because we're starving with full fridges, like people say. You might consider to have a few food supplements here and there. I wanted to talk to you about 2 food supplements Young Living has, just to get an idea, for you to get an idea. All the food supplements from Young Living are infused with essential oils. And what's very special about that is that essential oils combined with food supplements allow the body to absorb it better. So it has a much better absorption rate. Inner defense, like the name says, supports the body's natural defenses and contains the famous thieves oil. So you see, thieves, it actually managed to protect the thieves back in the Middle Ages from the plague and all the other diseases which were going around back then. So of course, it can also help us today. It supports healthy respiratory and immune systems. It's very, very rich in thymol, carvacrol, and eugenol. Inner Defense contains the Thieves Essential Oil Blend. Yeah, I'm sure you remember it was the first oil we had about an hour ago. This vinegar was first prepared by thieves who robbed graves, and not only the graves, but also the dying and the dead. And yeah, the Thieves Blend, it actually really protected them. That's how the story goes. Of course, I wasn't there, you know, I wouldn't really know, but that's how the story goes. Inner Defense contains thieves, which contains clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And the O3 Super Blend, which contains oregano, thyme, lemongrass, and coconut oil. Of course, you can also just use these essential oils by themselves, but the good thing about the capsule, which is around these essential oils in Inner Defense, is that it actually takes the oils through the stomach acid right in the colon where you want to have it, where it can actually be very effective. How would you use Inner Defense? It's very easy. You just take 1 capsule per day or as required. if you feel very stressed, if you're maybe even sick and you just want to strengthen yourself, if you want to have better results, you can take it morning and evening, or even 3 or 4 times a day. That's not actually too much. You can also combine it with some probiotic supplement, which you ideally would take about 8 hours later. Can you use these for animals? Almost all oils and almost all supplements which we have from Young Living, you can use on your animals. Usually cats are the most sensible. They usually don't like it too much, even though some do. I have a cat, like a friend of mine has a cat, and whenever I go there and whenever we have a oil evening, whenever we have some oil sessions, she actually comes and licks our hands. She licks the oils from our hands, so she really loves the oils. But not all cats are like that. And yeah, they probably wouldn't like the taste of the capsules. So you would kind of have to force them to actually take them. But of course, if they're sick, if they would help, it's probably worth it. Small dogs usually tolerate 1 capsule. If a medium dog, it tolerates 1 to 2, and if you have a large dog, you can have more. Also horses, it's very many people support and just kind of heal the horses with these supplements. Of course, a horse would probably take a few of capsules every day. Feed in between any probiotic thing you might give yourself or your animal. Another thing I wanted to talk about is omega GIs. Oh, Gordon, what does shadow mean? Sorry, I just saw it right now. I'm going to talk about the shadow just in a bit. Omega GI's 3 essential oil supplement contains omega-3, EPA, and DHA fatty acids with 3 therapeutic grade essential oils. Used daily, these ingredients work together to support normal brain, eye, heart, and joint health. And that's exactly the area in our life which are actually suffering from stress, which are suffering from our poor nutrition. Omega GIs also contains vitamin D3 and the coenzyme Q10, which are very important and very beneficial. So in case you kind of experience some kind of a fog in your head, if you find it difficult to have really clear thoughts, you might try omega GIs because it clears the mind, it helps you see and just be more aware in your life. The fish oil in omega GIs, it has fish oil, so if you're vegetarian or vegan, you might not like it actually. Young Living has their fish, their source of fish in areas where there's no contaminations in the water. So they're actually very aware of the contamination in water and fish you usually have if you eat fish. So they're very aware of it and they avoid that. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the oils we have in here. We have the German chamomile. Yeah, it supports the body's natural response to irritation and injury. That might be very important if you're recovering from any injury. You might actually also want to take omega GIs because it helps the healing process. It supports the healing process. It clears the mind and creates patience and peace. Clove essential oil promotes a healthy immune response and may support overall wellness. It's a very important ingredient in Young Living's Thieves Blend. So clove is also it connects you with earth, it connects you with everything basic. And we have spearmint inside. And spearmint is very rich in carvone and D-limonene. It may calm occasional nausea, and especially if we blend it with peppermint, it's very supportive for the digestive system. Omega Gies is good if you use it every day. To have it regularly. Regular use of anything you want to do is very vital and important. So if you want to change something in your life, if you want to feel better, if you want to have more wellness, more, yeah, if you just want to have more happiness, whatever, more strength, energy, the key is in whatever you try, in whatever you do it consistently, at least for 30 days. Don't stop before. And if you don't see any change at all, you might as well quit. But never quit before, because it's very important. Sometimes we're so deficient of certain things. It takes some time to actually build up and fill all these big holes. Something very nice to combine with Omega Gies and also Inner Defense is the Ninja Red. You might have heard of it. Just a few weeks ago, we did a whole webinar just on the Ninja Red. If you're interested, you can just go ahead and watch it. It's the super berry, wolfberry, and that's the juice made from the wolfberry. This picture, I love this picture. I'm sorry that the title is actually German, and it says the, well, actually, you see what it says. It's how we people become, and it's actually a question: where are we going to? In which direction is our evolution taking us, or maybe I should say, are we taking ourselves? That's how it is right now. If I go on the streets, if I really like to just watch people, just see them, just observe them. And if you do that, you see that they're not happy, they're not beautiful anymore, at least not many. I mean, there are some, but not many. They're not fit, they're not vibrant, they're not full of life and joy and love. It's just not. Tomorrow, I would like to encourage you just for tomorrow, go and just watch the people around you, watch how their faces are, watch what they eat, watch how they behave. We're living in such an abundant time. I don't think there's ever been a time where everybody had so much money like we have today. It's we have everything. There's just nothing we really lack. There's no war going on in Europe or the States. It's everything. We have everything in abundance, and still we're not happy. Still we're kind of going in a funny direction. And the big question is, how much is your health worth to you? How much is your fitness worth to you? How much is it worth to you to feel completely comfortable in your life? How much would you spend for that? People spend lots of money, at least here in Germany, for going to the cinema, for eating ice cream, for doing all kinds of things, which are actually not beneficial for their health and long time relationship with themselves and their life, but actually harm it. So why would you spend money for harming yourself? That's one of the big questions I have, and I haven't got an answer yet. This slide, it's German. I couldn't find a similar one in English, that's why I just left the German one. But it basically says that today, with all this poor nutrition vegetables we have, we need to spend about 36 euros per day just for vegetables. That would be around 1,000 euros per month just for vegetables to get all the nutrition we actually need. That's quite a lot of money. And of course, nobody could eat for 36 euros vegetables a day, that's just too much. I'd like to conclude with some price details, just for you to get an idea on if you want to try this out, if you want to play a little bit with the oils and with the supplements. The Golden Touch set with all the 6 oils we discussed today, it has a retail price of £94.34. Now, these prices, I just calculated them today from the euro to the pound. So it might actually vary a little bit. I'm not sure which course Young Living uses. So it might be a pound more or less. Just I want you to know that, so don't freak out if there's maybe a pound difference somewhere. Now, Young Living, what I love about Young Living is that they want everybody to be able to afford a good life and good health, and most important, they're just amazing oils. And they have the possibility to become a member. And if you become a member, you save 24% of the retail price. There would, in this case, be £62.33. Sorry, my voice is kind of... okay. So that would be the price for the set. Omega Chives, retail price, we have $67.90. And if you become a customer, if you become a member, which actually doesn't cost anything, so you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to be anything, you don't have to do anything to become a member, you just need to sign up. That's everything. No strings attached, you can say. And if you become a member and you save the 24%, for you it becomes 44 pounds. In a defense, we have a retail price of around 30 pounds, and if you save yourself the 24%, you end up at about 20 pounds. I don't encourage anybody to buy anything for the retail price. I personally think it's just not worth it to spend more money than it should. You can always save money, you can always invest your saved money in something else very nice. I always think in oils, of course. I always think, okay, if I save this money, I can buy some more oils, or I can maybe fly somewhere or go somewhere or do something, or buy a present for somebody. Just do something nice with it. So I don't encourage anybody to spend more money than it's necessary. Now, there's a third option. You can, if you become a member and you want to save even more, you can save even up to 20% more. If you go, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to translate the first words. If you go to the Essential Rewards program, this is for people who actually really want to get into a life with essential oils, who actually want to try some things and at least for 3 or 4 months in a row are planning to order oils or whatever products from Young Living. I'm in this Essential Rewards program since, let me think, about 3 years. And I just love it because every month I know I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my health. I'm investing in my wellness. I'm investing in my happiness. And every month when my oils come, when my products come, it's like a little Christmas day. It's like, oh, I'm going to try these new things. And oh my God, what's new? It's like, it's very exciting, and it just makes life so much better. But maybe you're not that kind of a person. I don't know. Just I am. So if you order in this Essential Rewards program, which actually doesn't cost you anything, and you can always quit. So you can just, every month you can quit, you can whatever change. That's also a very nice thing from Young Living. You can always change, you can always quit, you can always start anything you want. There's never any, anything you need to do for a certain amount of time. So it's very uncomplicated in case you don't know Young Living yet, please talk to the person who introduced you to it to find out more about it. So that's the complete wellness set for autumn. Omega Gies, Inner Defense, Ninja Red. It would cost you about $2.85 a day if you just go with these 3 products and add some essential oils with it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We actually made it in an hour. I'm thanking you so much for taking the time and listening and watching to me. In case you have any questions, that's my email address. Just go ahead and shoot me an email. Just wanted to answer your question, Gordon, about the shadow. Everybody has a shadow. It's kind of the dark, it's kind of the obscure things we have in our own nature, in ourselves, which we usually don't want to see. We usually only want to see our light. So your shadow is everything bad, everything maybe negative you have, all your weaknesses, all your mistakes, all these kind of things. Maybe all your fears. So your shadow, it's kind of this dark side of yourself. And it's a very big boom. You can just go ahead and type it in Google, shadow work, shadow therapy. It's all kinds of things happening with that, because when people want to actually evolve and go further, it's very important to embrace this shadow, to actually love your own shadow, to accept it and incorporate it in your life and in your personality. And only then you can go ahead and just become this whole person and, yeah, basically become fully empowered in your life. So that's the thing with the shadow. Thank you so much for your feedback. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next webinar. I'm not sure when it's going to be, sometime in the end of October. Thank you, Mr. Lena. Yeah, don't hesitate if you have any questions. And please go ahead and watch and go to the Team Enjoy Facebook pages. There's lots of information on all the oils every day coming on there. If you want to know something about something, please shoot me an email. I'm actually the person doing all the Facebook and website work, or maybe not all of it, but most. So I'm happy to hear some ideas, and I'm always happy to hear what you need, what you're interested in, so I can actually write something about it and do some research. Good night, have a wonderful sleep, enjoy your oils, and see you soon. Bye-bye.